Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Dimir never die. So I saw, I think Jim Davis or someone who played a similar version to this deck. Or not this deck, but they had a combo of Invasion of Amonkhet with Alcatraz, and the idea is that when he dies, he comes back as a on the flip side. But if we copy it with Lazov, when that dies, it'll come back on the backside of Invasion, which is, once again, the Lazotop convert again. So just keep copying the Alcatraz over and over. But I thought about, hey, what if I have other gods? So I tried it with the Ojer Pakpatiq, whatever that card is, again, the snake god. And the idea is now I can have a lot of instants that recycles. But of course, to recycle instants, what better way to go around that than to have instant adventure cards like Spellscorn Coven and the Hornlock Whale. I also put in one Virtue of Knowledge. All these are instants on the adventure side that when we free cast it the next turn, found Rebound by the Ojer ability, is going to be a creature or an enchantment or a bigger creature. So that's the idea. But don't get tricked because Ojer Pakpatiq says only instants. So sorceries like Witness the Future, sorceries like Path of Peril, and sorceries like Virtue of Persistence. These do not work, but Virtue of Persistence is just a really good card in the current black metagame. So I'm not even running Shieldred. I'm just going to take their Shieldred and win like that. Alright, so let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, we have 2 Cut Down, 2 Bitter Triumph, and 2 Go for the Throw for removal, as well as 4 Deduce for card draw. Now, one thing about Bitter Triumph in this deck that works really well is we want our gods in the graveyard, right? So what we're going to do is use Bitter Triumph and discard a card. And we can discard Ojer or Alcatraz, and then we can combo that off with Invasion. That's the idea of why Bitter Triumph is in the deck instead of 4 Go for the Throw. Then in the 3-drop, we have 2 Witness the Future. There's a lot of mill in this deck, so I want to make sure that I have enough to recycle back. Witness the Future does that. We also have 2 Render Inert. That is another 3-drop that help us trigger the Invasion. We don't have a lot of creatures, so we can Render Inert on the Invasion of Amonkhet and then trigger it as well. I guess in this case, flip it. And I have 2 Path of Peril in case I fight Boros. This is definitely necessary. But you know what's funny? Once I put Path of Peril in the deck, I've never faced a Boros again. That's how Arena's matchmaker really tricks them into thinking you're playing fair games, but you're not, right? So, yeah, Path of Peril is good just to try to avoid Boros, I think. For Invasion of Amonkhet, of course, because that is the heart of the deck. And then for Ojer Pakpatiq, this is a very good card because it does copy all of our instants, or rebound all of our instants. Spellscorn Coven is a reboundable instance. It returns a spell. It can return a non-counterable spell, but usually just returning a big thing like an Atraxa really helps. And then on the backside, you can make them discard it. What's even better is we can copy the ability of the discard with the Virtue of Knowledge. So we can use the Vantress Vision side to make our opponent, or make our opponent discard twice. And if we have Ojer out, we can then rebound the Virtue of Knowledge side, which says a permanent into the battlefield cause a ability we control to trigger. It triggers twice. Well, guess what? Spellscorn Coven now triggers twice. Invasion of Amonkhet now triggers twice. So that's real good. And then we have 2 Back God. I did not want to fit in 4 Back Gods in this deck because he has a 5-drop. It's pretty hard to cast him. So there's only 2 in the deck, 6 gods total. And then we have 2 Hornlock Whale. Of course, this is also an anti-aggro card for the Lagoon Breach side, but we can also play him as a 6-drop, 6/6 flash ward, and then we can block opponent's creatures the next turn. You cannot play it on the turn. We cannot block on the turn he comes in on your opponent's side, or on your opponent's turn, I should say, on your side, because it comes in and play tapped. So be careful with that. And then 2 Virtue of Persistence. Initially I thought of putting 4 Virtue, but then I remembered that this is a sorcery, so it doesn't work with Ojer, so that's why there's only 2 in the deck. Having Virtue out is really good, right? Just you can keep bringing things back, and since this deck mills a lot, you can keep bringing the gods you've milled back if you don't have the backside of Invasion of Amonkhet kicking out. So of course this is a control deck, 25 lands total. And control/temple deck, right? The reason why I have 25 lands is because the Ojer and the Alcatraz, these are all lands as well once they get to flip to the backside. So I can run a little bit shorter length. So 2 islands, 2 swamps, 1 Otawara, 1 Takenuma. And then the dual color lands are a little bit tricky. I have 4 Darkslick Shores for fast mana, 4 Shipwreck Marsh for slow mana, 4 Undercity Sewers. I definitely need this to throw our gods in the graveyard. And then I have 3 Restless Reef to mill. This also can throw our gods in the graveyard. but you can also think about running the underwater underground river. I think that's the one that's pingland. That pinglands might work just as well. I do have 2 demolition field against our opponent's manlands, 1 Mirrex in case our opponent's blue eye control, and then I also added in 1 cavern, so just 1. That way we can name God, and then these cards will come into play uncounterable, and that will make our opponent kind of struggle a bit. So that is this whole deck list. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent's gonna beat the Emberpo. Opponent goes first. Got some removal, so we'll try it. Island. Here's the tap lane. They're gonna consider me impressed that they're mono blue. I'm no longer impressed, just annoyed. Alright, I gotta cut down. Not really gonna be able to use that. They have 2 lands and nothing else to play, huh? Well, time for me to start invading. Essence Scatter, what the heck? Impulse to draw a land. And blaze it. 3 lands. I guess we'll Shipwreck Marsh. I'm not really quite sure what we are gonna do here. It's 3 lands into nothing still. Alright. Do I want to Spellscorn Coven him? I think I do. Right, I can't let him have a creature out. Actually, this is combat phase. Let me think about it. I do want to play this. If he counters it, then he'll play something else next turn. I can cut it down. The bat. There's the counter. Alright, so that means he can't draw anything this turn. Now if he plays a creature, I can kill it. If he doesn't play a creature, I can Takenuma and play my Hornlock Whale. It's an okay plan. This is war, right? Yeah. So if he plays something, I will play the whale in response. Alright. He's got 1 mana. Is there a 1 mana counterspell? No, you can search first. Wait, where's my stop? Arena, you suck. What was that? He's gonna counter the whale now, because Arena sucks. Forgot, you gotta put a stop here, otherwise your opponent's priority doesn't get passed back to you. Definitely a bug, but a bug we gotta fight through, because just because. Alright, so I don't really want to counter or bounce a spell back to his hand, so I'm just gonna play this instead. This makes him discard a card. It's a minute effect. But I get a Spellscorn Coven out that he definitely doesn't want to bounce. Right? That's 1 for 3 if he tries to bounce it. Alright. I played a Demolition Field instead of the Sewers, because if he tries to bounce the Coven, now I have a, a counter spell in my hand. Haughty Jin. Anything else you want to do with your 2 mana? Bitter Triumph, you can try to counter it. And then I don't know what else I can do. Play 3 life. Fading Hope. That is a-okay with me. To the top, huh? Does he have another Fading Hope? Doesn't feel like it. You mill 4. You want that island? It's gone. What can I get here that will tax him out a lot? Tolarian Terror is not really going to do that much. The whale's not as good as just the bats. Alright. I can't get 3 mana untap anyway, so might as well drop this. I don't need that. Just gonna play the Jin again. Doesn't seem like he has a counter spell if he just bounced it. Thirst. Sure. Thanks for giving me a bat. Alright. I cannot path the peril for white, but I could attack with the bat. So I will do this. Oh, okay. Just quit. That works. Mono blue. Get out of here. What is this from, like 1995? Why is this deck still here? Alright, our opponent is the Hopscotch. And a hop and a scotch away from being a degenerate player. We go first. I need a 3rd land, but you know, with the 3rd land, everything is playable this hand. So maybe we'll get one. That is not a 3rd land. That's a 3rd invasion. 3 invasions before 3 lands. So yeah, I have some removal at least to stall to it. That's 3rd land. Sure, why not? I might need a 4th land too. While we're at it. Case of the Skeletons. Do I want to let him search? I mean, I'm gonna keep taking 2 on a skeleton, so. Actually, I did this wrong. I should have waited till that resolved and then do it. Oh, it's this deck. Oh, interesting. What does this do? Each opponent sack a creature. Alright. He searches for a land. No way. Play an island. So, how is he gonna stop this guy? Pakpatiq. I don't even know what the backside is. Let's see. Only if no time counter. I tap it 3 times to get 3 time counter. That's what it does. Shieldred. I'm sorry, but I don't think that was the good play that you were thinking of. I'll pay the 3 life. Now I draw. I draw land. I mean, do I just... Let me have a shield drip, please. No 3. Discard a card and I draw a card. What did I actually mill? Nothing really that good. Never mill a god. But that's 4/4 invasions, just like right here. I'm invading you for sure. Terror type. Yikes. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Terror type. Can't target anything, so it fizzled. We can do this again. I can't actually play the Virtue, so might as well do this again. Oh, come on. Can I please mill a god? Gotta deduce. Do I just deduce right now? No. Can't stop that. Double the trigger is really scary. I get a Mirrex. I get a Restless Reef. It's gonna double the trigger on something here. What does he have? Urtide doubling triggers? This sacrificing 2 creatures doubling triggers? Not sure, but how does he stop like a Virtue in play? Hopeless Nightmare. I gotta discard 2 cards. Oh wait, no, I gotta discard cards twice. That's what that's doing. But I got a Virtue, so no cards in my hand really is gonna matter. Sack it. Discard 2. Does this scry 2 twice? Enter the battlefield. Okay, so then it doesn't scry twice. 1 to the top. This kills a creature or planeswalker, right? If I do this, he discards a card. I can bring a Shield Drip back, but this makes him discard a card. I think it's pretty good. And then I can, do I still have a reef? I don't have a reef, huh? Undercity, Darkslick, Shipwreck Marsh. I actually don't have a reef. I had to tap my temple. He kills his Terratide. So this will scry first and see what is the top. The bat. Is there a way for me to drop the? Oh, this is perfect. I just drop it in the graveyard. Alright, cannot attack this turn, but I could deduce. It costs I almost said it costs money, which what? I can't talk. What the hell am I doing? Alright, so I'm just gonna pass turn. It costs mana to, or it costs tap to bring the cyclic time back to the Ojer. I'm not doing that. Greed's Gambit. Gains 3 life. Does he have that one thing? He gets some bats. Draws 3 cards. But he doesn't have that. Oh, it's double. That's why. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Virtue. I don't know if I care about this Virtue as much. But, let's do it. Maybe I'll get something. Bounce this back to his hand. Draw another card. Render Inert's gonna be hell for him. Right. I don't have anything in my grave. Oh, I do have a Alcatraz, but I think I just play a Shield Drip from his side. I finally get a Restless Reef. It's a little late for that. So let me get me Alcatraz. And then I can make him discard a card. Not really much, but you know what? Discard a card. Greed's Gambit's pretty good. Just give me bats. It's gonna let me do it? Oh, he lets me do it. Face down card. I wonder what that is. What is it gonna give me though? Just a Gambit? That's not very good. Every turn I had to discard a card and sack a creature, right? Let's see. I'm gonna keep making him discard. Alright, and then I gotta witness the future. Why is it? I get to shuffle 4 cards back. I like Render Inner. Do I have a counterspell? I don't actually have a counterspell, right? I have a witness that I want to put back. Invasion's pretty good. I just keep putting invasions back, I think. That will do. Maybe. I think so, right? I think so. Play another land. Actually, I messed that up. Now I gotta discard a card. Right? At the beginning of your end step, discard a card, lose 2 life, and sack a creature. So I cannot actually discard a card here. Let's go to attacks. Double block the Coven. Yeah, that would not make any sense. What if he double blocks the bat? Because I have the deepest Betrayal. This is only instants? Oh, instant cards. I can discard that. Sack a creature. If I sack my Coven, it's gonna come back. And then it will force him to discard a card. But I can sack this. Just come back. Let's see. Does not destroy an enchantment. Just back God, back to back God. I don't know if that was a good idea. How many cards is that? 24 to 28. Let's see. I get to Virtue something back. I want to get a land. Let's put an Urtai in play. Kill this. You draw a card. Time for Invasion. Discard your last card. I draw a card. And now he's got 4 blockers, right? Let's see. Do I have a Reef? I do have a Reef, but I can't turn the Reef live. Three, 4. All 4 blockers. If any of them goes through, I can kill this Invasion. Still like this. Gotta block all 4. Yep. Alright, then we can put a Reef in play, and we'll end turn. We'll sack this. Or discard this, we'll sack our 1/1. That is not a spell. You want to play your Virtue? Does he know? He doesn't know this card. That's weird. Yeah, he doesn't know this card. Alright, I think we got him locked out. Virtue? Nah. Good game. I mean, even without the Virtue being countered, the board will kill him. Never die. Alright, what else are we facing? We're facing the Ghost. The Ghost of Christmas Past. We're gonna go first. That's a lot of cards I don't want in my hand. Let's drop a Shipwreck Marsh first. Sea Chrome Coast. Alright, let's see what is you? Otawara. Do I want an Otawara in my hand? Sure, why not? Alright, it'll probably just counter my invasion, right? There's a play. Another blue-white deck? Oh, that's... God. Let's go. Try to counter this. You can't! You're gonna have to get lost. We're right underneath the sunfall. For the time being. But I don't know how long that will last. So you're just gonna keep letting it go? Let it go. Let it go. Please let me attack you in the face. Blue eye control, of course. March, jeez. Did not expect that. Alright, did I have another March? I'm gonna plot if he has another March. Memory Deluge. Blue eye control. I mean, I couldn't draw this well against like a mono black discard deck. Blue eye control. Even if I draw well, I just get a Sunfall. Yep. Could have thunk it. Give him another Memory Deluge. That's fun. Huh? You gonna play anything else? 6 mana. You know, I have Path of Peril in the deck just against creature decks. I have not faced a single creature deck since I queued up this game. Well, queued up today in games. Do I have another March? Turn that little 1/1 into a creature. Celestis? I doubt he's gonna attack me. Alright. Copy target activated or triggered ability. Do I have an activated or triggered ability? I can attack. But is there anything in the graveyard? No. Just a little fairy. Still gonna do it. Just gonna let that happen. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. View battlefield, right? How do I put this? I can't put a stop, huh? I don't know how to do full control again. Let's see. Gameplay. Where's full control? Control. Alright, of course. Now we're in full control. We'll do this. And then we will copy this effect. auto pay. Yeah, like that. Let's queue up all these stuff, right? Score 2 cards. Is this happening? Is this okay? I can take these off now. I got full control. All right, I can leave full control, and it will end the turn. Wandering Emperor. Yeah, I don't want him to do that. Cast it again if you want. Does cast it again. Little does he know, it's gonna cost him. Now I gotta go to full control. Yeah, I have to go to full control because I gotta choose the order. I want this to be first. Play the enchantment side, of course. Did I have a counterspell for 3 mana? Discard 2 cards. Oh yeah. Oh, and then quit. We locked the heck down. Great. Figure out how to play full control. Take that, blue-white control. I am the better controller. Whatever. Yeah, they had to discard a lot of cards. They had really good draw against us too, but you know, our draws were not decent. There was 2 Path of Perils, but okay. We got through it. Alright, our opponent is all Hollows. You got it. We go first. Yeah. Workable. Workable. It really depends on what kind of deck he's running, right? There's a Swamp Face. Maybe black. I don't know. White. Blue-white control again. Jeez. Okay, no, I'll follow it. Hopeful Initiate. If he plays Thalia, do I get rid of the Hopeful? Put it on top, huh? He wants to draw it. Copper Cove Vanguard. Alright, what am I doing this turn? Probably not the Bitter Triumph. Or, honestly, maybe the Bitter Triumph. I'll take the 2 though. You can have that, I don't care about that. Another Copper Cove Vanguard is pretty annoying, so do I just stop one of them? Pay the 3 life. Path of Peril is pretty good. You know, I gotta say, Path of Peril is pretty good. Destroy all creatures, but if he has a Brutal Cathar, I can't destroy that. He gets 1 turn on me. Oh man. Just name the card. Alright, this can only bounce 1 thing. Alright, so let me see what I'm gonna draw first. Coven. No. kill those first. Adeline. Pretty good. Pretty good card, I would say. Alright, we got a whale. Jesus Christ. Slow down a bit, will you? Okay. Okay. So, this definitely has a go to the Vindicator, but unfortunately that does mean I don't have much anything else. Right? If I have a Ojer, I can copy it, but in order for me to get an Ojer out, I need to get a... not this card. If that's the case, let's play it like this. Right, I did play a spell this turn, so Brutal Cathar's not flipping. And on this turn, if he plays anything, I can Spellscorn Coven. If he doesn't, that gives me a whole turn off. Sun Ghost Sentinel. I can make him play it again. Alright. What are you gonna name? There's not many cards you can name. I'm pretty dead though. I'm at 8. Alright. Our opponent, he's thinking. Let's let him think. Let's not be rude here because this is a long, drawn-out process where you have to type the name, figure out what it is, watch the rope goes by, and panic. Witness the Future. Right, that's not a bad card to name, to be fair, right? But that's probably not what I would have done. I can make him discard either way, but this card is a blocker. It just, I can't... Okay, would I draw a land with this? If I don't draw a land, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap land. Oh, the troll. Probably just gonna go all in, I imagine. No? Not gonna go all in? I would've. Here it comes. Right? 5 mana for Witness the Future can still give me a... Oh, he didn't attack. Wow. Yeah, 5 mana for Witness the Future can still get me a... Was there anything good here? No. Spellscorn, Adeline, Vindicator. Yeah, I'm really not quite sure what I'm doing here. Guess we'll cast another one. Discard your last card again. It's a land. I mean, him not playing really is helping me. I can get over here out at a cost of 3 life. Right? This gives me 3 life, and I get the Ojer. I cannot Witness the Future in anything. But what can I do here with a Brutal Cathar? Actually, does he have a protection spell? He doesn't have a protection spell. I can take a Brutal Cathar and take out his Adeline, but think this is better. Take out his last card. It's another land. And then I can witness the future. He knows I have witnessed the future. Alright, let's see. I want the... Go for the throw. Bitter Triumph. A land and Takenuma. I like all these cards. I do get a cut down. That's real nice, right? Cut down can help a little. The Deuce. The Deuce helps me draw, but I don't need to draw anymore. Daytime. Cut down can kill his Brutal Cathar. He gave up his win. Like, all the window he had to attack is gone. Now it's nighttime. And... yeah, how does he fight this? Get lost? Whoa. Okay, well if he's gonna do that, start attacking for 4. The Hornlock Whale is good, but the best thing about it is it's you know 6/6. It blocks an Adeline. The ward I mean is good, but it's keeping Adeline in check. Lay down arms. Oh, I cannot stop that. But it does give me 3 life, which I mean, hey, I'll take it. You want to attack? You don't want to attack? Well, I'm gonna attack you. GG. What am I gonna get here again? I don't remember what I have. Let's see here. The Brutal Cathars and stuff. I don't want another Coven, so Brutal Cathar, Adeline, Phyrexian. Yeah, let me get an Adeline out. That's pretty cool, right? And then get my other O here. How are you gonna fight through this? Again, maybe his top deck is Brutal Cathar. Oh, this is a good card. Would be dealt damage, prevent that much damage. Jesus. I guess he has an out. Alright. He does have an out. Guardian Nubenalia. If he taps his Phyrexian Obliterator or a Vindicator, I will just kill him with the backswing. Let's kill this before he gets a card to discard and gives it indestructible. Cast it again on this 1/1. Cool. Alrighty. What do I do here? I can bounce this. That's not very good. Do I attack for 5? Do I hold back? Well, Adeline's Vigilance, so... I could just bounce this right now, right? So that means he has assigned blocks a little bit differently. There. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 4. 13 plus 4 is 17. He's dead. I should have attacked with the Hornlock Well, but I don't know what he might do. Should I have attacked with the Hornlock Well? I feel like I should, right? I think the better play this turn would have been to attack with the Whale as well. Alright, well, whatever. Good game. I can just attack him and he'll just die. So yeah. Freaking Vindicator, man. I can't believe it. I didn't get any of my removal for the Vindicator. Anyways, a win is a win. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel? What do you think about this deck? Because I played a few games today, and the ones that I won, it felt really satisfying. But the ones you lose, it felt really awful. The problem with this deck sometimes is that you draw Ojer with all of your sorcery cards. Then it doesn't work that well. Sometimes your opponent is just blue-eye control and they counter everything you play, and then this deck doesn't really have counter spells. All we have is just the Spellscorn Coven, which is a faux counter spell, right? It just returns it back to their hand, and then hopefully we're able to cast the Spellscorn Coven side and make them discard that card that they wanted to play. So that's a slow counter. It doesn't work that well, but it's not a counter spell deck. It's a combo deck, right? So that is where this deck is aiming to do. But you can definitely try different versions. I do think the Deuce is a good card, but you can also try, instead of the Deuce, why in this deck? Instead of the Deuce, you can run the other card, what is it called? Siphon Insight. This card is also viable because Siphon Insight can, instead of the Deuce giving you 2 cards, Siphon Insight gives you 2 cards twice by flashback, but you can get cards from your opponent's deck, and a lot of current meta games are about opponents attacking against their own deck for some reason, so this might work, right? This definitely might work. Now, another thing that I do think about is cutting Ojer a little bit. That 4 might be too much, maybe 3, and then cutting a Witness the Future and putting in Devious Cover-Up, because, you know, I do like to have the counter spells in the deck. If I want to go Infinite Cycle, I think Devious Cover-Up is probably better than just 2 Witness the Future, especially because it's a sorcery. It doesn't get copied. I only wanted this in the deck because I could not fit in more 4-drops. There's already 8 4-drops. Cut it over here, put in a Devious Cover-Up, cut a Witness the Future, cut a Deduce, and put into, what is that called again? The Siphon Insight. Might help this deck. Might. And it really depends on the matchups, right? I did not face any Boros, but if it's against Boros, you definitely want all these kind of removal. You might even want to cut Deduce and put in, you know, more Go for the Throats or something like that, or even more Path of Peril. I don't know that could work, right? Especially against Boros, you don't need Witness the Future. Path of Peril, just kill all their board. As long as you can stick an Alcatraz on board, your opponent's definitely not going to be able to do anything. So that is how I feel about this deck. It is fun. It's a new combo that somebody talked about, and there's no new cards from you know, the Thunder in my Junction in here, but it definitely is a combo that can work in today's metagame. Probably more perfecting or more optimization is necessary, but it's a fun deck to try out nevertheless. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.